What's up, guys? It's Scion. We are actually going to talk about Dauntless today, and I just want to give my impressions because I did a should you play and everything else like that, but that's a little bit different. That's kind of like technical, and I don't want to do that right now. What I want to do is actually talk about Dauntless, how I feel about it, how I see it, how looking around the internet, looking around Twitch, YouTube, and everything else, and we're just going to break that side of it down today. Now, to start right off, everybody right now wants a game that they can actually come in and have a home game and play, because we really do not have that right now. Fortnite doesn't count. PUBG does not count. League of Legends does not count. Those are all games that are PvP, and you can't grow in those games. You can grow skill-wise and kill other people and become badass, like, i.e. like Ninja and stuff like that, but that is not a home game. A home game is kind of like similar to stuff like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14, Guild Wars 2, a game like that where you can just have community and play with people, because that's what, at the end of the day, everybody kind of wants that, but we don't have that. This is why the boom of Bless Online, well, for like a day. Anyway, the reason why that came along and people rushed into that and people bought into that is because we wanted a home game. We needed something to actually play and have something that we can have fun in, and you can get together with maybe 5, 10, 20 people and have a community. We don't really have something like that right now. Not to say that Dauntless is exactly like that, but what I've found with Dauntless is that you can get a group of people together, like, 4 at a time, and you can go hunt monsters. Now, what happened is I've been running around back and forth with my friends, and I've been watching other people do it, watching streamers and stuff like that, and it's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of fun going along in the game like that, and that's where Dauntless shines at. It's very arcade, it's very simple. You get right in, you get out, that's it. You go make gear, you go and turn around and do enhance your gear further in the case of like the lanterns and getting better overall armor, choosing which armor you want to actually use. Some armor is more useful for monsters than others. Now, one thing that I've actually noticed is, I don't know about it late game, but early game, for like literally like all the monsters that I have fought so far, it's better to have the best possible resistance and defense. And I ignored the actual elemental weaknesses. This is me in general. I don't know how that's going to play out later, because I don't get hit by a lot of the elemental weaknesses. So I just ignored them and just went for the best possible armor, upgraded them to the best possible stats. So I have, like, right now, I believe like it's like 82 per piece on resistance, defense, and stuff like that. So when I get hit by those hits, you get hit by normal physical attacks more than you do on their actual elemental attacks. All the early monsters, like the first 15, it's all physical that was hitting me more than it was their elemental attacks. The elemental attacks did get me once in a while, and more so the ice people, like the ice Shrek or Shriek or whatever the hell name of it is. He was nailing me more than any of the other monsters was, but everything else elemental wise, I just wasn't really getting hit by it. So I figured, you know what? I'm just going to go after the best defense, and if this monster has a weakness towards my armor, I F it. I just don't want to be one shot by a tail swipe, and that actually works pretty well early. Now, I'm not going to say that it's going to work all the way through the game. By the time we start getting to like really big monsters looking like dragons and stuff like that, and they breathe on you and you have a fire weakness armor, you're just going to get one shot. It might work like that, but right now it's not. It really doesn't even faze me all that much. That's just my opinion. I just go straight after defense and call it a day. Weapon wise, that does matter. So DPS wise, don't do that DPS wise, but armor wise, I'm kind of like thinking they need to do something a little bit more on the weaknesses side when it comes to armor for us, but is what it is. Now, looking around, watching people play on Twitch and YouTube and just my friends and people in different discords, it seems like everybody has fun in this game, and that's the most important thing at the end of the day that you want. You want to have fun in the game, and you want to get together with people and just be able to take out some monsters. It is so easy just to go in and kill a monster and get out. You don't have to really do anything else. All you have to do is get like maybe resources here and there and stuff like that, and like maybe pick some herbs, maybe try to kill whatever the wildlife is running around there, find some ore, and that's it, man. That's it. Now, with that said, this format is going to be good until we start getting towards the end, and then we're going to have nothing to do. That's unfortunate. And that's where the game needs to actually branch a bit more. It needs to start introducing different things, and it needs to be stuff introduced now. This seems like it is an open beta, but it really doesn't feel like it, because there's only one mode of play right now. There's only one mode of play. We just go in, we kill monsters, we come out, we make new gear, go back in, kill monsters. We don't have anything else to do right now. We don't have, oh, you do have quests where you have to actually pick herbs or get stuff like that, but there is zero else to do, and that's going to be a problem later when the novelty of all the monsters wear off and we have to start grinding out things over and over and over again. That's going to be a problem later. I'm just being honest with you guys. It's all hotness right now because it's new, it's fun, it's arcade, it's super easy to get into. But I will say this, I believe that this game is harder than Monster Hunter. I will say that I believe this game is definitely harder across the board than Monster Hunter, and harder a whole lot faster than Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter, you can damn near beat the game before the game gets hard. Don't work like that in this game. This game is actually harder, literally faster than Monster Hunter, and you need to have more skill overall. Not to say that Monster Hunter you don't need skill. Monster Hunter you need skill later, like way later in the game. Like it'll allow you to play the entire game before stuff gets really hard on you, before you have to start taking on elders and things like that, and super hard and buffed monsters and fighting 3 of them at one time, which you can do in this game too, but it's a lot harder, a lot faster. Like wait till people start facing Scion and Stormclaw and stuff like that, where they start introducing the raid mechanics in the bosses. Like I saw that's where the casuals started to get separated from the hardcore and the people who actually know how to play the game. And if you watch people stream and play right now, that's literally where everybody's starting to get stuck at. Stormclaw and Scion. They're starting to whoop on people's ass now, which is fine. That's fine. This is not like super late in the game. It's a good difficulty wall for people to hit to start to learn how to get better at the game instead of just bashing with friends. And I have no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Games need stuff like that, and it's super cool that it's like that. My overall opinion on this game, I think it's incomplete. I think it's fun. I think you go in and you have fun with your friends, but it's just going to reach a point where we're just going to be doing the same thing, and then it's just not going to be fun anymore. So they have a good base game right now that they just have to improve on and figure out how to improve the Monster Hunter archetype, because that's what this is. We all know that Monster Hunter started the archetype, so how do you improve on this? How do you improve on the genre? Dauntless is in your hands. You have a good game right now. Don't sit there and rest on just throwing out new monsters and just think that we're just going to continually go monster hunt the same, like not the same monsters, but monsters over and over again, and then you just never have to do anything else. That's not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's going to be hot for 2 or 3 weeks, and then you're just going to see everybody just bail. That's what's going to happen. So I'm hoping that the devs actually know this already. Hope that they see this video and understand that that's just not going to work. You're gonna have to upgrade and do something else beyond this point. And this is me saying this as a fan, because I want this game to succeed, that it needs to branch out and do better than all the rest of the games that come before it. That's how you get people in. That's how you get people to buy cosmetics. And speaking of buying stuff, why is the guild stuff under, like, is it just me, or do we have to pay money to make a guild? That is ridiculous. I've never seen that before in any game. Now, hopefully there's a different way to do that. I could be wrong, but it looks like that's the only way to do it. That has to go. That's impossibly stupid. Like, that's got to go. You just don't put guilds under money. That's ridiculously bad. Other than that, that's my impressions on the game. I'm having a lot of fun, as you can see, streaming videos, playing with my friends. Usually always play with somebody, or I'll see somebody in the community somewhere, something like that, and I'll just come in and hop in and try to join them, especially if they're new, try to come in and help them. I've done that a few times. I did it this morning, and quite a few people's streams just showed up, seeing people struggle and stuff, and just come in because I'm stronger and just kind of help them and then give them some tips, and then I'm out. So catch you guys later. Like and subscribe. There will be more Dauntless stuff as I get further and further. As soon as I fight something super epic, fighting, that doesn't even sound right, but super epic, that deems it needs to be in the video, it's gonna be a video. Peace.